Hi, my name is Gibson, and I'm the co-owner and creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to have freedom and be in a relationship at the same time. And this is a topic that specifically tends to apply the most to fearful avoidant attachment style individuals or dismissive avoidant attachment style individuals. And this is actually based off of a question I had from one of the members inside the Personal Development School. So, I want you to sort of think about this for a second. Imagine that you have a dog, okay, and your dog is fully trained. You have a dog walker that comes twice a day, and you don't really have any like things you have to do for the dog, but the dog follows you around all day, and the dog, sits in the room that you're working in for the day, does whatever it does. You're probably not going to be like, oh my gosh, the dog's in the room with me and they're taking away my freedom. You're probably not going to have like any kind of big limiting beliefs there or fears. But why would you feel like that? Like, why do people spend time with, friends or romantic partners and then think like, oh my gosh, that was so tiring. Like, I can't wait to get home. And this is something that FAs and DAs both experience a lot of the time. What's the difference? Well, usually it's because inherent in the commitment you're making to spend the time with somebody, there's some form of self abandonment happening. And that's why you associate a relationship commitment with taking away your freedom because you're abandoning a part of yourself. It could be that you're people pleasing. It could be that you have to be on all the time and you're not willing to show your imperfections. It could be that you have to think you have to act a certain way or say certain things or have a certain energy level that you bring to the table when you're around that person. Whatever it might be, if you feel drained or if you feel like people are taking away your freedom when you're in a commitment to them, a committed relationship, then there's going to be a portion of that that's very likely that you are actually taking away your own freedom through trying to put on a mask or not speak up for your needs, repress your needs, abandon your boundaries, people please, whatever it might be, that's then leading to feeling like, oh my gosh, I feel confined or trapped by that relationship. So that's a really important principle that we want to start by looking at first. And if you struggle with that, you need to do a deep dive into your boundaries and get clear about your boundaries and get clear about your needs. Those are two, honestly, non negotiable key ingredients to bring in if you want to have a securely attached relationship. You need to know your needs so you can talk about your needs. Otherwise, everybody's playing a guessing game or trying to mind read, and that's just going to create resentment. And you need to know your boundaries so you can set them and clear space for yourself and be clear about what you need to communicate in all the different areas of your life. So if you want to do a deeper dive into that, go into the boundaries course and the discover, embrace, and fulfill your personal needs course. So important for the health and longevity of our relationships. It's so important for relationships to last. And you can check those out inside the personal development school. I'll put a coupon code in the description box. But I want you to see here that if you feel like your freedom is being taken away, there's probably a part of you that's taking away your own freedom or repressing a part of yourself in those interpersonal interactions. Okay. Now, those aren't the only reasons we could feel that way. You could have the idea that you have different activities you want to do than somebody else. You want to spend your time doing different things. And so you might feel like you have a time commitment where you can only spend a certain amount of free time. You can still be in a loving relationship and just say, hey, I would love to be in a relationship and I'm interested in staying in the relationship I'm already in, if that's your situation. And here, I just have, we have 2 nights a week that we spend together, and the rest of the time you can go do your, free activities or go on adventures or whatever you need to do. You can also bring adventures and novelty into your relationships. You can go on hikes or go on trips or whatever it might be with that romantic partner. So it doesn't have to be like this mutually exclusive thing, but you want to find like what are those patterns for you? What are you afraid of losing so badly? Because it's not random. There's some kind of golden nugget in there for you to extract and understand. So, what I would look at if you find that this is you, how am I with my boundaries in relationships? How am I with my expectations of myself in relationships? Do I expect myself to be like permanently perfect and like think that, oh my gosh, I have to show up a certain way all the time? There's a lot of pressure in that. And you're going to feel like that pressure is taking away your freedom. Do I feel like, oh, I can't have needs? I have to just meet the other person's needs. And if you feel like that, ouch, relationships are totally going to feel like they're taking away your freedom. You need to know your needs and feel like there's a healthy exchange from both parties. Do you feel like you want to do things where maybe you're busy and you just want like peace and quiet, and you feel like, oh, I can't say that to somebody. I have to do the things that they want to do, not the things I want to do. And so you find yourself always feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm trapped because I have to go to this social event with my partner or go to a date in a social setting. Meanwhile, I just want to like spend peace and quiet, and watch a movie or whatever it might be. That's a sign that you need to be communicating those needs more. And you really want to, again, take inventory of your boundaries as well, and then look for, how can I bring some of these adventures or whatever it might be that I do need. If it's like something about novelty, or you feel like, oh, I want to be adventurous and a relationship's going to tie me down. Well, if you care about somebody, see if you can bring those things together and create a dynamic where you can do both. So those are some really important points to check in with if you find yourself in that position. I see this a lot from fearful avoidance and dismissive avoidance both. And the more you can check in with these things and heal these patterns, you can feel like, I can have a relationship and I can have my freedom too. And there's no reason that we should ever feel like these things are mutually exclusive. So hopefully that makes a whole lot of sense. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would super appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video.